I give Edo people my full assurance say the destruction of some office function facilities caused by flood for the INEC state headquarters Ikpobahi, Benin City no go affect the continuation voters registration CVR exercise and the governorship election wey go shele for September 21. The Honorable Chairmo of INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, yarned this one for a visit to INEC headquarters Edo State to do check for the process and progress of the ongoing CVR registration. Our Tory person wey dey on ground during the visitation, Oluwatitomi C. Julius, come here and say the Chairmo for im address come talk say the commission go replace very important facilities wey dey damaged before the governorship election. He come still talk say,
we are here basically to see for ourselves what happened to our facilities following the unexpected torrential rainfall and the flooding that occurred. And equally importantly, for us to come and meet with you who are the staff in the Edo office. We thank God no life was lost. We thank God no injuries. But we want to assure you that in spite of the extensive damage, we have recovered to do the continuous voter registration exercise, and we will recover to conduct the governorship election in September. We have 3 months and 3 weeks to the election today, from today. So whatever we have lost in terms of critical equipment, whatever support facilities we need to replace, whatever office, furniture and facilities we need to replace, we'll do so. The working environment is as critical to our operations as the bread and butter issue of salary and allowances. Am I not right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So on this trip, we have come along with the director responsible for voter registry in the headquarters. We'll go and visit some of the centers for the ongoing voter registration exercise. I know this visit will be reported, so let me say in advance that our Ondo State office should expect to see us by the end of this week, early next week as well. That is the other state where the CVR is taking place. So we have come with the Director of Voter Registry. We are also accompanied by the Director, Estate Works and Transport. So together with the staff of the state and the Federal Controller of Works, we'll do the assessment of things that we need to do so that we can respond speedily. And we are also accompanied by the Director ICT because of what happened to some of the critical facilities for the election. Whatever we need for the forthcoming Edo governorship election, we'll make sure that we provide these facilities. Fortunately for us, this is an off-cycle election, so we can rely on our resources from the neighboring states for the election. It is only in a general election that each state office must be self-sufficient. But here we call for additional resources from the neighboring states to ensure that there are no issues with the election. The present commission has a lot of experience in handling the Edo governorship election. For me personally, this is going to be my 3rd governorship election in Edo. We conducted the 2016 election, we conducted the September 2020 election, and by God's grace, we are approaching the September 2024 election. So the CVR, which is ongoing, will not be affected. Whatever issues and challenges there are, we'll listen to the REC and his team, and we'll continue to respond. So let me reassure Edo voters that the CVR will continue apace in spite of the slight setback we have experienced, and that the preparation for the governorship election is also going to continue apace.
The Resident Electoral Commissioner Anubu Onoha and INEC Edo State Administrative Secretary Emmanuel Budu for their response talk say,
I want to welcome you, to say that we are honored to receive you in our midst today. We had an incident that happened on 24th of this month, and when I reported the matter to you, we took a proactive action that led to the relocation of the registration center here to our office in Oboka. That helped us. That decision and the decision of the commission helped us. Because many people were thinking that the registration exercise will not continue, but to the glory of God, we are on course. We cannot afford to fail the commission. All the assurance we are giving you here is that the mandate and the vision of the commission will be maintained in Edo. You are here, you have seen what happened to us, the damages as a result of the flood. And you also help us to see some of the areas, since this is the registration, continuous voters registration, see one of the areas before you leave. I don't have more to say, is to tell you thank you, your team, thank you, and especially our supervising commissioner. She has been very, very indeed helpful. She has been with us here for almost 1 week now. In fact, when the thing happened, she was here, and she gave us enough courage. Chairman, sir, we want to make a commitment today that by reason of your coming here and by reason of your encouragement, this thing that happened has helped us. We don't know our force, we don't know how to solve the problems. Thank God it happened before the election. So we are better equipped to tackle any circumstance or any challenge we may have.
As has been said by the resident electoral commissioner, the visit is very encouraging and has gladdened our hearts, gives us courage to rededicate ourselves for the task ahead. We are very grateful to the commission for coming, grateful to the directors who have been here. I must not forget Supervising National Commissioner who has been here for almost a week. Her presence has also guided us and encouraged us to do the job that we're supposed to do. We're very grateful, man. I still extend my thanks to all my colleagues who have been working with us, both from the national headquarters and those present with us here. It has been a hectic task, but we are scaling through gradually. Honorable Chairman, sir, we are very grateful for the President, and we thank you and grant you, pray Almighty God to grant you safety as you go along.
For talk with Tori people, Professor Mahmood Yakubu Kontok said them don't make plans to relocate the office and said them they work with the Controller Ministry of Works to take appropriate measures. He come also talk say them go borrow the necessary equipment from neighboring states to ensure the success of the 2024 governorship election for Edo State.
What we do is to ensure that we fix whatever we need to fix ahead of the election. We have 3 months and 3 weeks to the election, and that's why the Commission came to inspect what happened to our office on Friday last week. So there is no immediate plan to relocate. We believe, based on what we have seen, we can fix the problem ahead of the election. And it's better actually that we conduct the election in our own facilities rather than rent any facility outside close to election. It's very difficult to quantify now. We are on the assessment. That's why on this leg of the tour we have been joined by 3 critical directors responsible for voter registry, our estate works and transport at the headquarters, and our director of the ICT. So they will stay behind, do the assessment and advise the commission. But let me seize this opportunity to assure and reassure Edo voters that it's unfortunate what happened in our office on Friday. We took a proactive measure to ensure that the continuous voter registration was not affected by calling for additional resources from the neighboring states. And whatever it takes, since INEC is one national body and we're only going to have 2 governorship elections in Edo and Ondo, will call for additional resources where it is necessary from the neighboring states, and that the elections will proceed as scheduled and will recover from this unfortunate incident. We'll go around and see what happened. We are encouraged by the turnout, not only of fresh registrants, that is persons who are not registered voters or were not of age when the last continuous voter registration exercise took place. So we are encouraged by the turnout, not only of these fresh registrants, but as well as people applying for transfer, a relocation, a replacement of PVCs. So we are encouraged by the turnout. When we get to the bridge, we'll then cross it. This problem happened before the last governorship election in Edo. We took measures. And for 3 years since the last governorship election, we have had no issues. But this is an act of God. You can't predict what happens. But let me also say on this leg of the tour, we are joined by the Federal Controller of Works in Edo office, Engineer Hassan, because part of what we are going to do is to liaise with them as well to ensure that we find, as much as possible, a permanent solution to the problem. So we took measures. We have had no issues for the last 3 years, but you can't predict the torrential rainfall that will happen tomorrow, let alone what will happen thereafter. So we have done what we need to do. We'll continue to protect the facilities and to continue to serve Nigerians.
From INEC State Headquarters Ikpobahi, the Commission carry waka go visit some registration centers to monitor the CVR registration process. Some of the people will come out to register come here and say,
"Now me be the first person when you first enter here, but up till now, I never see receive my own. I see the wait. Now this morning, now they come enter me, but it will soon come out. Now so they tell me."
The exercise starts on Monday, but we can't experience some problem. The first one are network. So on Monday, the exercise not hold. And we just get 10 days for this exercise to hold, you understand? Now when this exercise starts on Tuesday, we had only one CVRO machine. You know if it capture much. Yesterday we can't get still one, capture much. So waiting, the major challenge we will face now the number of the CVRO machine, they need to increase them. Today now 290 here. Go fit capture the number of people who really want to come outside, come register. So therefore, we disenfranchise some persons where they really want to come register. So what thing would they appeal to INEC now? The chairman, Mr. Mahmood, has promised that tomorrow they are bringing more to make it 5. That is commendable and applaudable because we get limited number of days so that people go feed they'll capture everybody. So if that thing is done tomorrow, if we see 5 CVRO machines from here, it will help a lot. And if they still bring more, no wahala. But that is the best thing they can do for us at the moment because people really there around. Everybody we see for here, they want to register. So make we not truncate the effort of the INEC itself, then also truncate the effort of the people where they want to come register.
I can't do my voter card for INEC. It was successful. No quarrel, no fighting.
Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, for in response to the problems within they face with the registration for some wards, contact say,
"My message consistently is that all the staff engaged in the registration, whether they are ad hoc staff or regular staff, should know that no one should collect money from any Nigerian who comes to register or transfer or request for replacement of cards. This is a service paid for by the federal government of Nigeria and it must be respected. And where we catch any staff involved in this act, that staff will be dealt with, whether the staff is regular staff or ad hoc staff. The most important thing is for us to expedite the process. So what we have decided now is that tomorrow there will be 2 additional machines to this center to make it 5 machines. There are 2 queues. One is for registration. The other one is for transfer and collection of cards. So they are going to reorganize the queues, but I've seen the numbers here, and one of the solutions is to increase the number of machines to this center. So we're going to send 2 more machines to make it 5 tomorrow.
The Chairmo and the entourage come also carry waka reach the state CID, where the commission for hold one closed-door meeting with Commissioner of Police Fusion Adegboye and other security agencies. Oga Chairmo and the Commissioner of Police after the closed-door meeting contact say,
"Well, in a sense, it's the routine engagement that we had with security, intelligence, law enforcement, and emergency services, as well as other members of ICSES. As you are aware, the collaboration that exists at the national level, where we have the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, chaired by the INEC Chairman and co-chaired by the National Security Advisor. That same arrangement is also replicated at state level. where you have the excess chaired by the resident electoral commissioner with the commissioner of police as co-chairman. Yes, a number of issues were discussed, including our preparations for the election, but the commissioner of police will speak on some other aspects that border on some of the complaints received from some of the parties. But before the commissioner of police speaks, we have also agreed that we are going to meet with the political parties tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Again, it's not a crisis meeting, it's just a routine meeting with the political parties ahead of the election so that we have a seamless process in Edo State.
Like the chairman said, we have been advised once again, because he has been saying that, to be impartial, which is very, very paramount. Nobody, no political party will be treated specially. They are all equal, and we are having a very level playing ground for all of them. And the chairman has equally reminded us of the special preparation we should have for riverine areas and terrains that are difficult. We are going to have special policing. More importantly, we are going to do this because of the level of synergy that we have among security agencies. The synergy is giving us an advantage over all other odds. For example, on the issue of some exercise being hijacked, I want to assure you of this, that there will not be anything like hijack. There are pockets of complaint regarding some security agencies. I want to assure you that people that are not supposed to man electoral processes will not be allowed to take part. So people should be rest assured. They should go for the registration without fear.
After all the waka about, the commission come assure say dem go continue to visit and hold meetings with other stakeholders to ensure peaceful election for Edo State. Make una no forget say, as we see am, na so we dey talk am. We no dey take blame. From Benin City, Ekata Ojeseli, TMC TV News.